Check, 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 check. Live Merge Productions. Alrighty, alrighty. I am clear. And let's just. Come on. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get my computer and stuff situated so that way when you guys start commenting, I'm not like this looking at the whole screen. You know what I mean? Okay, so what do we have here? Get this computer running. No, that's not it. It's so confused. I don't know, like, I guess this was my major flaw sometimes is, when I am going live, I'm just trying to figure out how stuff works because it's always kind of comes back to bite me every now and then. No. No. Maybe? I don't know, man. I don't know. If I just go here. No, Joker 2. Yeah, that movie sucked. Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Okay, so if I go here, then I go here, then no. Where's the motherfucking chat, man? Oh, well, I guess that wouldn't be a good thing, right? If I set the chat to public. fucking moron. Okay, so live now. That's good. That's good. No. I don't know, man. Oh, snap! You guys are here. Jeez, that was crazy. Oh man, what's going on? I just see the little chat line going crazy now. What's up, folks? What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? Please forgive the whole setup things because guys, I'm not really that used to going live, so I try to, make my stuff look like the live streamers out there. I got my little Legos and toys and figurines, and if you look very, very closely, I even have a little tube of this here blue sky that I'm just saving for a. Oh wow, I'm not even talking into my mic. Just saving for a random special occasion to get this blue sky. So maybe I might have some throughout the live. Who knows? But I'm mainly just trying to figure out. I mean, just getting the live details straightened out here. So I got my computer. I mean, it's off out of frame, but I'm just trying to get this taken care of so that way I can actually see the chat and I'm not going full forehead directly into directly into my phone. Um, okay, I think I finally found it. Jeez, how uh, it gets a little wild sometimes. So anywho's, so it's about 21 of you guys in here. Okay, cool. And I got my chat lined up as well. So guys, hi. How's it going, first of all? I mainly started to I mainly wanted to do this chat just to say, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?" It's been a little while since I've hung out with you guys. I mean, obviously I'm in North Carolina now and my hair's gotten a little longer as well. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't go live that often. But that's one of those things I'm trying to change because very first thing I want to Oh wow, I don't even have my hold on, I gotta mute this. Come on. There we go. Okay. Everyone's just saying hi, what's up, how's it going? Okay, you are not. Okay. Fantastic. All right, so guys, uh, I'll periodically, drift over to the left just to kind of view out the chat because like I said, I don't want to zoom in on the thing and just have my forehead and all the hat and all this weird stuff happening and stuff like that. But I'm coming to you live today at this very time, Sunday, the daylight savings. If you're in America right now, if you're not, then it's fine. It's a pointless thing where they kind of take away an hour and then put it back. But I don't get it. But anywho's, um, I mainly decided to have this live today just to kind of go over some of the future plans that I have for the channel, and I'm pretty excited about it, and so excited that I didn't put out a video yet. Anyways, I've honestly been planning on putting out this video for a little while now. I've only just edited the audio and I kind of just left it to the side. And that, of course, that video is the what if Walter saved Jane. It's kind of like a re-upload that I'm going to be working on in a few days. But that's the one that I recorded it. It's I edited the audio. I just need to edit the video and I can send it out and it takes about maybe 2 days to edit it. But sometimes life gets in the way, guys, and you should know that better than anybody. I would hope, anyways, because for me, if you guys don't know this or aren't that fully aware of it, I work two jobs. And not only that, I work two jobs, I'm also a father and husband, and I do a lot of stuff on the side as well. So it's kind of hard to stay consistent with a schedule, but my goal, at least for the foreseeable future, is to try to get a video out at least once a week or at least once every 10 days because I don't know, it gets a little hard sometimes. And for me, like when it comes to kind of creating some of these ideas, it doesn't really take much. I mean, I just kind of just sit between me and you guys, everyone on the live right now, all 27 of you guys. I smoke a little weed. So I'll just like smoke a little weed and then from there, I got my notepad. It's somewhere. Here we go. So I got a little notepad right here. I got like 5 of these notepads scattered throughout my entire house because whether it's in my living room, my bedroom, my office, as you see, or just even out, funny enough, even outside, I have like just little writing pads where I just, inspiration strikes and I want to write the shit down, so I do. And when it comes to that, I'm sorry, I lost my I lost my train of thought. But basically, when it comes to that process, it doesn't really take me much to create something. But as far as like the process of writing it, then recording it, then editing the audio, then editing the video, then coming up with a cool thumbnail, and I mean, it's sometimes easier than others. But doing all of that, it takes a little bit of time, and so that's something I really don't have as much. And I know a lot of people kind of reach out to me and saying, "Hey, you should try doing the AI voices or you should try doing the AI video and stuff like that." And I don't have any shade against anybody, but I will be honest with you. Maybe I'm like stuck in my ways, but I'm not a big fan. I mean, at least not yet anyway. I'm not a big fan of doing the AI video or AI voiceover because something about it doesn't exactly sound organic. And for me, anyways, I mean, I know I don't have the maybe sexiest voice in the world or the most traditional voice actor training, but when I record something, I feel like I would, or at least I would like to think that people can hear the emotion when when I'm recording this stuff, like they can actually say, man, this guy's passionate about it, or the way I liked how he said it versus me doing some text to speech chat stuff and it just doesn't turn out as well. It kind of just looks like any other TikTok video or whatever the case is. And I mainly made the channel just to stand out as, an individual. Like I didn't expect to be the Breaking Bad channel, but hey, here I am and I wear the crown pretty proudly, like um but yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest with you. Um I'm gonna go take a look at the chat here really quick, and then I can start talking about what I have. Continue talking about the plans that I have for the future anyway, because there it is. Train of thought just came in. I'm sorry if you haven't noticed. I'm a little high right now, but um, the what if Jane overdosed? That's the video that's coming next. But let me just take a quick look at the chat and let's see what's going on here. Okay, shake your dreads. I'm not doing that shit. Sorry, little Dre, you got me all types of fucked up. Okay, let me look at the very top here. So I'm gonna be starting from hi, hi, hi. Okay, let's see who are talking. XR Fusion, you said, "Do I remember you?" I'm sorry, bro. I don't. Tell me a little bit more. Like I don't think we've went to dinner before. I don't think we smoked a joint together before. But tell me a little bit more. Did you make a donation? Are you a member? Let me know a little. Let me know something about you first. Um, let's see. Does weed fuel your creativity juices? Just curious. Roses of Death. Let me tell you right now, Roses of Death. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to smoking weed, especially as a creative, because on one hand, you'll get the initial high, and next thing you know, you'll just go off, and for one reason or another, next thing you know, you wrote like 8 pages, and you don't even know how you did it. On the other side of that, it can also kill the creativity process where you'll have so many different thoughts coming to your mind at once that you don't end up doing anything. You know what I mean? So I try to microdose like throughout the day and stuff like that, just to kind of get like a little buzz and stuff like that, because I don't like, I truth be told, I mean, hey, I like walking around with a sober head, but sometimes every now and then, especially when you're doing speaking events or even going to work, don't tell my boss, but even if you're doing some crazy stuff, you want to be a little under the influence just to make the day get a little more jazzy. But as far as my creative process goes, just take a little hit of weed every so often, especially when I'm like after maybe I'm sat at my desk or something for like 2 hours straight and maybe wrote 4 sentences. Then I'd be like, okay, let me go take a hit. Next thing you know, I'm back writing like essays and shit like that. But yeah, that's usually my creative process some of the times. Let's see. So okay, someone. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that one. Do you remember me now? Shake your dread. So okay, that's Lil Dre again. Hey, will you ever do what if Saul and Walter sued Grey Matter? Probably not. Probably not. Main reason why is because that's like Walter and Saul suing Gray Matter. That's not. I mean, maybe, but for me, that's not really something that I'm even curious about because I'm not. I don't know that much about law or order or CSI or crime NCIS or SV. I'm not. I don't really know the ins and outs and stuff like that, and I don't think it would make that compelling of a story. A story that I am actually working on, and that's going to be a little further down the list, but I can reveal that to you now because, hey, this is I can look at the live stream of excuse me, 31 people, as you guys are getting the sneak peek right now. So thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you for everyone supporting. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you for everything. So I owe it to you to at least give you something to tune in for. So, as far as some options, so as far as an idea goes, that one in particular, as far as Walter Gray Matter is concerned, I do have a video idea that I have been. It's funny enough that I've kind of just been dabbling in for the maybe the past 6 months or so, and that would deal with. I'm still working on the title, but it kind of deals with the fact of, hey, what if Walter didn't break up with Gretchen? What was it? What's it? Schwartz. Gretchen. What if Walter did not break up with Gretchen? You know, because the story goes, Walter White and Gretchen, they were dating, and next thing you know, they had a weekend together where Walter met Gretchen's family, and then something went wrong where Walter felt inferior and he left and he broke up with Gretchen. Then he sold his share of the company, and next thing you know, he met Skylar. So that part of the story, you know, that's how we get Breaking Bad. But how I wrote the story was, hey, what if Walter just, you know what, he sucked it up and said, you know what, maybe these people aren't trying, maybe they're not after me. You know, maybe it's all in my head. Maybe it's just the way I was born. I don't fucking know. And hey, I want to pursue Gretchen more, you know, and hey, the fact that her family has money is perfectly fine with me. So Walter and Gretchen, they live happily ever after. But then, you know, there's got to be a Judas somewhere. Elliot basically tries to make a move on Gretchen, and Elliot gets kicked out. And the big difference in this situation, where instead of following Walter White, we're actually going to be following Elliot. And he's not like Walter, you know, but it's going to be a very curious, using big words here, dichotomy to see. I don't even know if that goes here, but it'll be a very pretty interesting sight to see where instead of Walter navigating the streets of Albuquerque in the underworld, how does Elliot do? And spoilers, he doesn't do good at all. Basically, Elliot would turn into a fiend. And he would get mixed up in with, you know, players in the Albuquerque Underground like Crazy 8, Tuco, even Jesse Pinkman. And he, you know, maybe becomes a rat, you know, because I'm pretty sure everyone heard of the successful businessman and now he's washing people's cars with newspapers or whatever. You know, like that is a very likely thing to happen. And I want to make that story a reality where it's like, man, you know, the high and mighty Elliot Schwartz, now he's a fucking crackhead. You know, and then how does he navigate and how does he navigate that city? And more importantly, does he ever meet back up with Walter White? That's a story that I'm going to be making, but that's going to be coming. I really couldn't tell you when because I got little bit t details, but that's the kind of story that will probably be my next maybe 2 or 3 parter because it has so many different. It have so many different elements, but you know I kind of am hesitant on it because sometimes when I make stories like that, I'm like, are people gonna like it? Are people that Breaking Bad driven? You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe. So I don't know, you know. So, but that's one that I'm gonna have in the pipeline. But that's probably gonna be somewhere a little further down the line, maybe like 4 or 5 videos down the road. Let's take another look here at this thing I call the chat. Chat. Sorry, I'm getting very new. I'm new to all this shit. So forgive me if I sound like an old man or a nerd or both or whatever the case is. I'm just trying to make it work. But hey, follow up question. How am I doing so far, guys? How am I doing in the what? Yeah, I don't know. It's like 19 minutes. My eyes are garbage. 19 minutes. You know, is this fun? You guys like this shit? Let me know. Let's see. Hi, Murge. Love your what if videos. I have some what if. Huh? I have the same shirt. I bought a Hot Topic. Hector of Geek 12. Let me tell you right now, Hector. I bought this. Now I didn't even buy this shirt. My wife actually bought this shirt, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna be going live. But speaking of which, as well, because talking about the shirts and the merches and stuff like that, I'm actually starting to make a couple. Don't get excited. It's not coming out anytime soon. But I'm working on like a couple designs as far as merch productions and like as far as merch goes. So like maybe like a hat or a shirt or a hoodie or a headband or maybe even a keychain or some shit like that. Is that something that people are interested in, especially when it comes to, I don't know, merch production merch? Because it's a little, I'll be honest, it's a little difficult to get around that hurdle because it's this little thing called copyright that, man, they are very, I'm taking putting, but I'm trying to work on to get around that, or maybe just taking like my avatar logo, that little Walter White AI guy, making that and putting it on a shirt. But I don't know how it would be. But you guys got to let me know. Should I do merch? Is that something? Would I even waste my time with it, or maybe I should just hire somebody to come up with some designs? Let me know if you guys are graphic designers because yay. Hey, let's see what else do we have here. Thank, bro, your voice is very sexy. Don't sweat it. Oh, thank you. What is that? I don't know. I can't. 614 is the last four numbers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, can you can do speech to speech. I don't know what speech to speech is, and I cannot read what that is. What your name is? It's something Asian inspired, maybe. Yeah, AI voice would sound too robotic. Exactly. That's why I don't fuck with AI shit at all. Because for me, it's not. I just feel like it's. I honestly get confused on how people get like. I see millions of views on those AI generated videos, and I mean, I get it. It's colorful, it pops and stuff like that. But for me, I'm like, I mean, maybe it's the pride inside of me. Maybe I got that Walter White ego or something. But for me, I can't. I mean, how would you expect? Like, how do you expect for someone to pay attention to what you're saying if you're not saying it with any type of emotion or enthusiasm? You know what I mean? And it's not, and this is YouTube, so it's not like you're a fucking professional lecturer. You know what I mean? You can do whatever and say whatever, and you're basically trying to obtain people's time so they can watch what you have to say. So you want to make yourself a bit more animated. You want this shit to sound like you mean it. That's the only way people gonna be like, oh man, this guy's spitting facts, man, because he knows, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, so for me, like until AI gets to the point where it's seamless, and I guess in that point, I guess we'll probably all be killed by our robot overlords. But until that time comes, I think I can stick with my usual voice because funny enough, man, when I do record these Breaking Bad What If sessions, especially when I'm recording the audio for it, even though the video may be funny, this is a peek behind the curtain. So even though the video may be like maybe between, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes long, the audio and the amount of outtakes and stuff that I do for it and the shit, I'm in like, because my booth is fucking my closet. You know what I mean? I kind of just like, I have it like lined up with like little soundproof styrofoam panels, and I just have like a little I just have like a little crate at the ground. And I swear I'll be in that shit for like 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes maybe, recording this shit. And I'm like over here maybe repeating the same sentence like 4 or 5 times, like, he came through the door. No, no, no. He came through the door. You know what I mean? And you just kind of working on your cadences and stuff like that. And of course, again, I'm not like a professional voice recording artist, so I do what I can, and it takes a little work, but at the end of the day, I'm super proud of the end result because when I see a video that, people really like and stuff like that, I'm like, great. But when, and but what I'm doing now, especially what I wasn't doing back then, is when people give me some criticism. Like, hey man, you were talking way too fast on this. Slow the shit down, please. And sometimes I took it as, this guy's a hater. I mean, I got like 40,000 views on this shit. What do you mean? But I'll listen to it like now, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, yeah, I did talk pretty fast. And that itself is another reason why I'm doing some of these re-uploads as well, because not only for the fact that they did get age restricted, but at the same time I was talking fast on them. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that if I am going to re-upload them, I'm going to make sure that it comes out a whole lot better than the first time. Otherwise, even the point? So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's see. The DEA is looking. No, no, no. Uh, oh man, see, I'm over here like in way in the beginning of the chat, and people I see everyone's just like, yo, what the fuck? What is this guy doing? What is he reading? Blah blah blah. Oh man. Okay, I'll scroll forward. Um, a little high merge is a slight site I needed. Yep. Somebody just asked, K, who you voting for? Who am I voting for? I will never answer that fucking question. I'll be honest with you. It is not for me to be political, but I mean, these days everyone's being canceled for all these different reasons, and I don't want to be the type of person to be like, I don't want to listen to fucking Merge anymore because he likes such and such, or he likes such and such. I'm like, hey man, we'll see. You know, I mean, what we got? What's today? The third. We got 2 days. I guess at this point it's kind of pointless. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's not nowhere close to my speed. I mean, nigga, no, I'm not doing that shit. Oh man, okay. See, okay, see, K's the person who's like K's really calling me out because I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to go through these chats and stuff, give everyone a give everyone a fair chance. Okay, so Boars.R says he needs some Merge merch. Good shit, good shit. I will keep that in mind because hey, I'll never know. Let me see that really quick. Okay, cool. I'll never know until someone tells me. Um, really quick, not a let me see, 30 people. 30 people, okay. Yeah, I feel you on that one, man. I really do, but it's one of those things where I personally don't feel like it's anyone's business. You know what I mean? Like, as far as politics goes, I could really care less on who this person likes or that person likes or this, like, I could care less. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, I still have to work for my money. Like, it's not gonna, I don't, why the fuck am I rambling so much? I'll just say, I don't give a fuck. Like that's what I mean. Politics is so far removed from me that, yeah, I couldn't tell you the three branches of government. You know what I mean? But hey, that's neither here nor there. What is I'm voting for? I say thank you. Okay, I'm voting for Wilson Fisk. What if Jessica got killed? Submerge. Loves the what ifs. Loves the what ifs. Cool, cool, cool. Would you rather vote for Walter or Gus if they're running for president? I'm voting for fucking Gus. You got me all types of fucked up. Like I will. Gus is where it's at. Um, but okay, 31 folks in here, and I'll probably be on here for a good maybe 15, 10 more minutes. Who knows? Because I got some stuff I need to do. But guys, this is what the main reason I call this chat to the table right now. The first thing is sorry, I'm keeping glancing down my computer. The first thing is one, I got a lot of videos that I'm working on in the pipeline, and I wanted to just give you guys a little heads up as well. So, very first video I'm working on is gonna be the what if Jane got killed. I mean, no, fuck. What if Walter saved Jane from what I mean. I don't know. What if Walter saved Jane from ODing? That's the first video. That'll probably be roughly. Uh, I want to, I have some time, but I I want to say maybe Wednesday. Like if I'm gonna be completely transparent with everyone, maybe Wednesday I can have that video out. But even still, who I can't really say. Reason why I can't say is because the other video that I have is the one of those videos that I went on my little high tirades with, and that was what if Hank broke into the RV when Walter and Jesse was inside the RV? Remember that episode? I think it's season 3 episode. I don't remember, but I think the episode's titled Sunset. Now that is a video that I cannot wait for you guys to see because that shit is, put it this way. I started writing that video sitting outside on my backyard porch maybe at like 1:30 in the morning. And by maybe 2:15 in the morning, that same day, I've wrote like 8 pages. And like, and I'm like, wow, where does inspiration come from? I mean, can't waste it. So I just kept writing and kept writing, and it came to the point where I put writing this script above editing that video, and then now it's to the point where it's like that script that I wrote for the what if Hank broke into Walter and Jesse's RV on an episode. That script is 21 pages long. I'm really thinking about turning that shit into a two-parter as well because who knows? I don't know because if it gets more than I feel like if the video is longer than 25 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I'll two-part that shit. But that's a video. That's the video that I'm working on first. That's gonna be the follow up to the Jane one. But at this rate, who knows? That one probably might come out first, and then the Jane one might come out. But who knows? Um. Oh shit! What's going on here? Brother, not lover. Blah blah blah. Blah. Okay. No. 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 Just looking at some of the chat here. Guys, literally just thought about that like an hour ago. Good job, Gummy Power. Yep, yep, yep. I just say your videos are definitely bringing bag of life for me too. Thank you very much, Anteater. Fuck yeah. Okay. Sorry. I bet y'all thought I had a fucking hairline that was whoo. The hat's just getting the hat. I don't know. It's really it's not like hot in here, but I don't know. The hat, like, I guess I should have got a bigger size hat because I don't know. But so you have the what if Jane didn't die? What if Walter saved Jane? Then you have the what if Hank broke into the RV? Third video, and this one is going to be a bit of a shocker to a lot of people because a couple of weeks ago, I put out a post regarding the Venom 3 movie. Now, if you ever seen Venom 3, it's not a good movie. It's you can say it sucks. You can honestly say the entire franchise sucks. It's the best of the worst when it comes to the Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man. But being the best of the worst is not exactly the best title to hold. You know what I mean? Because arguably one could say that Venom 1 was probably the best Venom movie, but let's be real here, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? Wow, really? You got this fucking sweaty guy in these 3 hoodies walking around with this shit talking to himself like, oh, this is going to be the great movie. Like, it annoyed me. And I'm sorry if I'm going on this rant, but it has to be said because it doesn't really make a lot of sense to make a franchise of movies, an entire universe of movies, if that, and they don't connect to anything. And the funniest part about all that shit is the fact that all these Sony Spider-Man universe Marvel movies, Madam Web, Morbius, Craven the Hunter, Venom 1 through 3, whatever other movies that are coming out. I think they had a fucking disco guy played by Childish Gambino at one point, or a fucking the one with fuck, god damn it. But you know what I mean? Like El Muerto, you know what I mean? The one that was supposed to be played by Bad Bunny. Like, you have all these fucking movies, and none of them are good. And you wonder, why are they keep making them? You know, especially like, why don't they just throw a generic Spider-Man in it? They're making all these other generic fucking movies in it. And if they don't, and if they say the reason why they're not throwing a just a random generic, anybody can just play this fucking character Spider-Man, if they're not doing that, then it's kind of like, or they're saying, oh, we don't want to put that Spider-Man in the movie because it's going to damage the Spider-Man brand. Bitch, what the fuck do you think you're doing right now by making all these garbage ass, lackluster ass fucking movies? Like, you're not exactly helping the brand because every time in the marketing it's like, oh yeah, look, you know Venom, but you don't know this side of Venom, and you're thinking, okay, if there's Venom, there must be Spider-Man because where there's fire, there's got to be smoke, right? That's the point. But when you don't have Spider-Man in a Spider-Man movie that has a Spider-Man villain in it, you're kind of like, well, what's the fucking point? Same thing with Morbius. I fucking hated Morbius because I got suckered in by the trailer because I definitely wasn't gonna watch it. But I seen the trailer when you see the fucking Spider-Man poster and you see murder spray painted around it. You're like, oh shit. You're like, oh fuck, Spider-Man's in it. I gotta see this movie. No, it was just about fucking Jared Leto with his vague ass powers. You know what I mean? Venom, Madam Web. Holy shit. That movie's on Netflix right now, and it took me almost 3 separate tries to watch it. You know what I mean? And even still, at this very moment in time, I could not tell you a single character in that movie at all, or even what happens. You know what I mean? Like, of course, everyone could say, yeah, the trailers. That's probably as much as I know, as much as anyone. But these movies are trash. They're terrible. They don't even deserve to be. It just pisses me off to the point because I'm a fan, as you can see, especially that red guy right there, Carnage. I fucking love Carnage, but what we got in that second Venom movie was not. That fucking death to you father scene alone was enough to be like, yeah, this is not fucking Carnage at all. Why the fuck would he care about a priest? You know what I mean? Like, but that's besides the point. But I say all that to say, and I'm sorry that I went on this rant right now. I apologize. I just get real passionate. I'm not the best cinephile. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh yeah, looking at that scene right there, it's very indicative of the scenery in the 19. Like I don't care about shit like that. I like good movies. You know what I mean? And or entertaining movies at the least. You know what I mean? And when you pay a money to get a movie and you're not gonna watch and if you watch the movie and you're like, okay, you're not even getting what you were promised, or even what if you can think of a better story plot of the movie that you're watching while you're watching the movie, it's probably not a good movie. You know what I mean? Because you're like, wow, I could probably think of something better. And again, I never touted myself as a movie writer or a screenwriter or anything like that. Hey, I just like stories. But at this point, it really gets me confident in thinking, fuck, if they're making this bullshit and I'm actually paying for this bullshit, maybe I should be in Hollywood too. Because like, because at least that way I can get some shit that I can agree with. Because if the movie is not terrible, it's fucking gay. And I don't mean gay in a derogatory sense. I mean literally like, okay, this is the story point. The story elements behind it are this character is gay for X reasons. When in actuality, 4 or 5 reboots ago, or 3 reboots ago, or comic iterations ago, this character was straight. Nothing was wrong with him at all. But now all of a fucking sudden, in this 2024 bullshit, I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me. I'm sorry. That I'll be quiet. The what if video that I'm going to be making after that what if Hank breaks into Walter White's lab, I mean Walter White's RV, is going to be a rewriting and a retelling of the Venom franchise. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I will clap for me as well. Yes, yes. I'm gonna make this shit, and of course I'll be using all sort of fucking stock photo footage and stuff like that from the Spider-Man 2 video game, Sam Raimi, Amazing Spider-Man, Far From Home, all that shit. I'll be using all that footage. And I can guarantee I could make a way, way, way better, way better Spider Venom movie ever. Because the first thing that I'm gonna be doing, and I'll say this shit to you right now, the very first thing that I'm gonna be doing when I make this Venom movie is I'm gonna be including fucking Peter Parker's Spider-Man in it. Which one? It really doesn't matter. And that's what Sony should have realized. It doesn't fucking matter. You can make Spider-Man fucking XQC for all. Nobody cares as long as there was a Spider-Man in it. But because there's not even a Spider-Man in these fucking Spider-Man villain movies, who the fuck are these shits for? Nobody enjoyed it. And at this point, I'm going to go see Craven just so I can be validated in my feelings about these movies being so trash. Because if you didn't see the Craven trailers, which I wouldn't blame anyone for not seeing, but hey, me being my love of movies, I seen it. But in the Craven movie, Craven is fighting fucking Rhino. Two Spider-Man villains are fighting each other, and you're like, wow, a bad guy versus another bad guy. I wish there was some fucking good in here somewhere, but there's nothing in here. So you gotta this shit. It's annoying. Like that's really all I can say. It's annoying because you're like people pay to see, because again, everyone, I'm sure everyone's headcanon is 1,000 times better than what they see on screen these days. Especially in my shoes, where in the past fucking few times that I did go to the movie theater, disappointment literally every time except for once, and that was with Deadpool and Wolverine. It could have been, honestly, it could have been because I was in Vegas and I was a little high and I was a little drunk, but I was sure enough gonna watch that movie, and let me tell you, I had a phenomenal time. I was woo. You see Wesley Snipes, you see fucking Wolverine snap on Deadpool about him falling in love with a stripper. Like, that shit was one of the best movie experiences I've had since maybe Endgame. But Joker 2, holy shit. I honestly started writing my script midway through the movie. Like, that's how bad the movie. I was like, yo, I have to talk about this shit. Venom 3, let there be, like, Last Dance. This movie, it was just not a good movie. And then it's like the plot points for the movie is like, okay, let's make a Venom movie where even the fucking Venom isn't even in the movie. How can we do that? At least the least times as possible. Okay, let's fucking make a plot point that, when he dies, or when anyone dies who has a symbiote in it, all of a sudden they have a fucking codex in it. But Eddie Brock died in the first Venom movie, and that shit was nowhere close to mentioned. Now skip 2 movies over, now all of a sudden these codexes and shit like that is like, oh shit, this is the plot point. And fucking Null's in this shit. Null, a character that's been made maybe like 6 years ago? Are you fucking kidding me? God, it would have been so much better if they would have just said, hey, you know what? This right here, this Venom 3 movie is gonna, like that. I don't know if you guys heard the leaks, and I'm really going on a fucking rant right now, but I'm sorry. But I don't know if you guys fucking heard the leaks about the Venom 3, what the original project was gonna be, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with those writer strikes. Please pay the writers. I'm just saying, hey, these people work hard. But if it has something to do with the writer strike, but the original plot for Venom 3 was basically them saying, coming back from New York and looking for the young Peter Parker and being conflicted with having to kill him, knowing that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is gonna kill Venom in the future. I'm just saying that would have been a way better plot point, in the fact that it would have actually went somewhere after Venom 2 when he got fucking transported to the MCU and he licked the Spider-Man screen and was like, that guy. And you would have thought, anybody would have thought, this has to go somewhere. But even in Venom 3, it's not even mentioned once. Not even mentioned once. So you really got to think, man, who the fuck are these movies for? And with that being said, guys, holy shit, let me look at this fucking chat really quick. I'm sorry. Good Lord. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Oh man. Yep. Blood pressure. Yeah, dude. Cause that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry if I'm not reading everybody. Thank you very much, Unwanted Ghost, for shouting all this good stuff, bro. Actually, yeah. These movies are trying. Dream breaking blunt rotation. Honestly, if I had a blunt rotation for that, let's say it's 5. I think that's a pretty sizable amount. Let's say the blunt's like fucking huge. So I got myself. Then to my left, I will have fucking Howard Hamlin right here to my fucking left. Howard Hamlin is smoking the blunt after me. Following Howard Hamlin, I'm going to say Gustavo Fring. Following Gustavo Fring, I'm gonna say Jesse Pinkman. How many people was that so far? We got Howard, Gus, Jesse. And I'll just do myself because look here, putting more than 5 heads on a blunt, man. You ain't getting, you ain't. Then I want to say Todd. So Howard, it's a fucking stupid ass rotation. So my dream blunt rotation is gonna be myself, Murge Productions, Howard Hamlin, followed by him, Gus Fring, Jesse Pinkman, and then Todd. and then back to me. That shit would be fucking wild, man. Like I would, oh, damn. Imagine just the converse, just the minds alone. That's fucking wild, man. Oh fuck. Okay. Carlo with a K. Thank you very much for asking questions, man. I'm doing great. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for the support, guys. Oh man, but getting back to it. So as far as this Venom rewrite going, and I'm gonna try to do my best to stay. I'm not gonna go on any more rants about this shit. I mean, I could. Don't get me wrong. I could. Don't fuck with me, Andrew. But I could. But I'll stay very chill right now. But as far as this Venom rewrite goes, the way I'm gonna rewrite this is the best approach I can say for it, because it's funny enough, I got like maybe 11 pages of that shit down. And that's gonna be like, it's probably gonna be like Venom 1, like structure like Venom 1, then Venom 2, Let There Be card. I'll probably even title it Maximum Carnage just to be whatever. And then the Venom 3 is gonna be something different. And I don't want to give too much away for it, but you know what? 32 folks in here, I can give you guys a little something, right? So, if you guys ever read the new Absolute Batman comic, I don't know, let me see some hearts in your chats or anything like that. No, maybe, I don't know. Okay, maybe, no, oh, fuck, that's fine. All right, fine. So basically, Absolute Batman is a comic that tells the reimagining of Batman, where instead of him being a billionaire playboy, instead now he is a construction worker, and he's fucking gigantic. Like he's huge, but he's a construction worker, and instead of both of his parents being killed, only his dad got killed. But he basically learned the exact same lesson where, hey, blah blah blah, good justice, vengeance, blah blah blah. But that's the story of that's basically Absolute Batman. And with Absolute Batman, the thing that separates him is the universe that he's in. He's friends with all of his rogues gallery villains. So like for example, Killer Croc, he owns a gym. You know what I mean? And he likes pythons or some shit like that. Like he's just a dude, but they're all friends. Selena Kyle, I think it was Edward Nigma, Oswald Cobblepot, like they're all friends, they're all just friends. And again, Batman's in this version, he's 24 and a construction worker. So and also Alfred, his butler, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it, but I mean it's not really a spoiler. But Alfred, as far as Alfred goes, he's more of like a bounty hunter kind of deal. And he was sent to see who the fuck is causing all this damage in Gotham, and it turns out to be Batman. And the thing about this Batman is, even though he doesn't kill, he's not fucking, he ain't scared to chop anyone's hands off or anything like that. You know what I mean? So he's doing all that shit. And so keeping that same concept where you have all the principles of Batman, the characters of Batman, and all the inner circle of Batman, but everything is just slightly different. And that is the same approach that I wanted to go with my Venom retelling, because yes, I am. I'm swear this by the end of this month, this shit is coming out for sure. Maybe even before then. How I'm gonna write it is basically, and this is just like a start of it, just to give everyone like a little taste of what's to come. So how I'm gonna be writing it is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Eddie Brock, they're maybe young 20-year-old college kids, got their first job at the Daily Bugle, and instead of it being, I mean, in this version, instead of it being Peter and Harry who are best friends, in this version it's Peter and Eddie who are best friends, almost inseparable, if you will. And then one day, maybe, hey, they have a friend group, and that friend group includes Mary Jane and some of the villains as well. Maybe maybe Otto Octavius or whatever, and maybe Eddie and Peter, they start butting heads a little bit about who's gonna get Mary Jane. And when Eddie thinks that it's him, and it turns out to be Peter, Eddie storms off. He gets mad. Of course, he's a little fucking hater, and he next thing you know goes to a park. A meteor falls. Eddie, like an idiot, goes to check it out. Oh no, it's a Venom symbiote. Oh no, wait a minute, this isn't so bad. And I imagine I imagine the relationship with Eddie has with the symbiote is the same one in the Venom movies, but he's also given the confidence the same way in the Sam Raimi movies. So he's kind of like a different person. And I want to kind of like shape it in a way where it's like friends separating. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, like, hey, I'm sorry I got mad at Mary Jane, or you like Mary Jane. Hey, forget it. She the thought anyway. I didn't really want her anyway. I'm dating Gwen Stacy over here, and blah blah blah. And of course, because Eddie's a little hater, he's also a scumbag. So he's like, hey, I want to impress my girlfriend, but how can I impress my girlfriend? I'm gonna fucking rob banks. And with him having the symbiote attached to him, that he feels less and less guilty about robbing banks. And one time, and in one point, and I may be giving a little too much away, but I don't give a fuck at this point. But at one point, the Eddie would go to rob a bank and end up killing someone. He feels bad about it, but that also gets the attention of Spider-Man. And when he does feel bad about killing that person, the symbiote itself basically manipulates him into thinking, hey, it's okay. And of course, he fights Spider-Man. Things ensue, and it's gonna be great. That's all. That's what I'm gonna tell you about that. It's going to be great. Like when I say you guys will love it, you guys will really love it because one, I put it like when I say how I came up with this story, again, just washing, like washing some dishes and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I have to write this shit down. I need to write this down because when you come up with a concept of, like, for example, like a thought process I had where, let's say, Eddie Brock's been bounded to the symbiote for so long, even if Peter ripped it off, the symbiote still remains in his bloodstream, and maybe Eddie, it now in prison, tried to cut his wrist or something like that, and he ended up giving birth to the Carnage symbiote, and I don't know. Peter can't beat the Carnage symbiote, so he needs to use the Venom symbiote, and maybe Carnage is so powerful that he ends up absorbing both the Venom symbiote and Peter Parker, creating some big mass of a monster person, like a Venom, Carnage, Eddie Brock, Peter Parker hybrid. That would be fucking crazy. And I came up with it. So that is coming. That is another project for the future as well. Let me just take a quick look at the chats here really quick. Justin, the Ultimate Universe. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, nah, and winning. Yeah, and see, Unwanted Ghost, you done brought me back to the fucking Venom rant again. Venom 3, The Last Dance. In the first Venom movies, it was a very clear understanding that, hey, Eddie was dating this woman and winning. She fucking left him because he did some bullshit. She met a man named Dan. He's a doctor. They fucking got engaged in the first movie. The second movie, they're fucking literally about to be married. Everything's going great. The third movie, nowhere to be found. Nothing at all. Not even a whisper. And I get, I can't even say I get it because I don't. She was in the first two movies. Granted, had a lot less to do in the second movie, but whatever. At least make it to the point where everything's understood. Okay, I get it. Hey, and Dan, you know what? We're gonna go our separate way. At least have that conversation somewhere in the movie. But again, just like the fucking fact that he went to another universe, it's never mentioned. And you really have to think, why would they not even mention Anne in the movie? She was in the first two. Like it just doesn't make sense. But you know what? But you know who they do mention? And you know who shows up? Does shows up? Fucking Mrs. Chen. The same woman who was in the first two Venom movies, also in Across the Spider-Verse, and now she's in Venom 3: The Last Dance. And she's in Vegas. And she did something where she won money and now she got money and blah 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 blah. And she and Eddie goes to a fucking hotel room. I'm thinking she's gonna fuck or something. I'll be honest. I'm like, oh fuck, she's about to throw the shit at Eddie. Oh fuck. But no. Instead, she's like, hey, I wanna dance. And now, pause for a second. Eddie and Venom are currently being tracked by this thing called a xenophage, which will fucking lock onto this man instantaneously and be there in a matter of seconds the moment he turns into full Venom. But because Mrs. Chan wants to dance, what do? Fuck you, Eddie, I'm gonna dance. And literally in a matter of 20 seconds, you could cut. I don't want anyone to spend their money on this movie. So when it comes to streaming, I want someone to time that shit. But I swear, in a matter of 20 seconds, from him turning into Venom to into that and dancing with Mrs. Chen to the xenophage popping up, that's all it took. And you have to think, why the fuck would that even happen? Like, do they not? Are they not under duress? Are they not in fear for their lives? Because they're not in fear for their lives, then yeah, fuck it. Okay, yeah, dance with them. Why not? But if they are in fear for this life, because mind you now, this creature, when it eats somebody, it spits blood out the back of its head, which is pretty fucking cool, but it's also pretty frightening. But that shit happens in Venom 3, and no one questions it. Actually, no. Eddie actually is a person to question it. He's the voice of reason because in the very next scene, after Venom gets caught and they get separated, fucking Eddie dies. Like he gets shot, and luckily for reasons or plot convenience, Venom comes back to life for stuff happens. But shit like that, it just makes it so frustrating and angry because you're like, man, this movie you could have had at least a good send off, you know, like at least a send off where you're like, okay, that made me feel something like that. But instead, they want to fucking just play some fucking Maroon 5 song and they play flashbacks that happened maybe 20 minutes earlier in the movie. Like, damn, this is the only good times you guys really fucking had. And they even mentioned some, I don't even know why they did it, but they even mentioned somewhere in the movie that, hey, Eddie, they've been venomed up for like 2 years. I mean, for 1 year. And you would think that has a plot, but it doesn't. And now you're just like, what's the point of any of this shit? Because the send off was garbage, and the fact that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna die, Eddie. Oh no, I said I'm gonna come back as a cockroach, Eddie. Fucking get out of here with that. I don't know, man. Maybe I should make a channel just me ranting about these comic book movies that I don't like. I don't know. What do you guys think, chat? Should I do that? Is that something that's viable to you? You guys like hearing me talk shit about these fucking movies that I don't like? Let me know what's going on. Unwanted goes, that's you. Let's see, hold on. Do you think the police knew that Walt did not kill Hank? Hell no. I think the police. Wait, let me read that question again. Do you think the police knew that Walt did not kill Hank? At that point, you got to think about what it looks like. This man, Walter White, showed up to his house with a truck that no one ever seen before, dirty as fuck, hysterical. Yeah, I would think he killed Hank. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, I don't know what the fuck happened, but you need to be put in cuffs just to be calmed the fuck down because I'm not in what the fuck? Hell nah. Like, dude, you were supposed to be in jail, you know, but hey, what's going on here? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So after the Venom rewrite, um, the next what if I have, and all these videos are basically I'm gonna be planning for this month. So the last video that I'm gonna be working on is going to be a what if involving Home Alone. Yeah. So Home Alone and one of my all-time favorite movies of all time, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And I always viewed it as more of a Christmassy movie, but I rewatched it the other day and it's more of a Thanksgiving movie. So I'm gonna connect them I'm gonna try to connect them in a way that can actually be entertaining and whatnot. So as far as the plans for this month goes, or going forward anyways, like I want to try to be more consistent on the videos. So maybe one every 10 days starting whenever I drop my next video. The next thing I want to, just do a quick recap here. So it's going to be video number 1 coming next is going to be the what if Walter saved Jane. Then it's going to be what if Hank broke into the RV. Then it's going to be what if the Venom one. I'll stay quiet about that. The Venom franchise one. And then it's going to be the Home Alone Planes, Trains, and Automobiles crossover that I'll turn into a fucking horror movie. But that's basically it, guys. I want to thank you so much for um, just hanging out with me today and talking some movies and all that good stuff. But don't I don't really know how to end this off. So I'm just gonna say this. Thank you. Please support the channel. I'll probably turn this probably turn this into like some type of clips or something like that. And Heisenberg's. Oh, and also, geez, I forgot the last thing I want to say. I do have my memberships back up. I haven't uploaded anything yet to the memberships, but I will as soon as I get some pretty exclusive membership-y kind of content because I want to make something. I want to make it a little different than it was before because I want to actually have some videos specifically for the members and not having them to the public. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I'll be announcing it very soon. But until then, guys, thank you very much for your support, and until next time, later.